Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How are you today? Before we get started, if you haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, please do so. All the information you're going to need is in the description box below, along with my email address, Trish's email address, okay? So you can get a hold of us at any time, even if you just need to talk or need some advice, okay? We're always here to lend a helping hand to give you some really great advice to the best of our ability, okay? Also, there's always going to be links in the description box below for some really great products by small businesses that are owned by people in our community, okay? So, grab your coffee, maybe some chocolate. Definitely have on your comfy pants today. I know I've got my comfy pants on, yoga pants. It's the way to go, I swear. And let's get started, okay? I swear, you just can't go a day without coffee. You really can't. So, something was brought to my attention, okay? And I did my own research. And I also talked to Trish about this. I talked to my channel moderators about this, okay? And something is just weird. And I want you to do this as well, okay? Go and search. I don't care if you do Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever. Look for your movie listings in your area, even if you just do like a general search, okay? There's no movie listings after January 6th, even for blockbuster movies. And I live in the Tampa Bay area, okay? So, I live in a very large area. And I did this and I looked. There's nothing after January 6th. Not even for blockbuster videos. Like, the new Spider-Man that came out and stuff like that. The new Scream is coming out. Hang on. I will look it up really quick again. Let's see. Movie times. Tampa. Let's see. Movie theaters and showtimes. There is nothing like for the song, the movie Sing 2. Sorry, not Sing 2. The movie 355. No, Stormy. No. There's no. I don't know if you could see that. There's no listings. The movie Scream. There's no listings. Even like the new Matrix, there's no listings after the 6th. There's no, for West Side Story, there's nothing after the 6th. The Journal of Jordan, nothing after the 6th. The new Ghostbusters movie, there's nothing after the 6th. The new movie Belle, I don't know if you guys can see this. There's no listings. It's just strange. And all these movies came out, like, can you see that? It came out last year. So it's like, okay, what's really going on here? And this was brought to my attention by a subscriber. So I got a hold of Trish. I got a hold of Tara Douglas, and I said, do you guys see this? And they're like, yeah, we see this too. So if you could, look this up. I know not a lot of us are big movie goers. We may be movie watchers, but in our own homes. So look this up, okay? Because the subscriber that brought this to my attention, she said, in trying to verify this, I guess it's true, all the Peoria, and because that's where she's from, theaters whose websites have schedules online have no movies listed. In some, the dates are on the drop-down menu, but no movies. In some, the dates aren't even on the drop-down menu. The only one listed is 355, which I had said, 355, that movie, which is a Jason Bourne movie. And I'm told it's the same in Europe. Coincidentally, the January 5 rollout is now, this could be just a coincidence, okay? This could be one of those conspiracy things. I don't know. And I don't like conspiracy theories at all, okay? But this is how she wrote it out. She said, coincidentally, the January 5 rollout is 666 days after the official start of the pandemic. So, you know, this is just something that I started digging into. Trish started digging into it. Tara Douglas started digging into it. Subscribers started digging into it. So look into it. Look at your movie theater showtimes and tell me what you see. Get back to me. Email me, okay? Tell me what you see. So now moving on. A subscriber went to Target's. And she said, last Friday in my Target, I would hate to see it today because we had a snowstorm. Not too bad here, but Northern Virginia had a lot of power outages. Yeah. And I also heard about the traffic jams going both ways. What highway was it that the traffic was just, oh my gosh, it was so terrible. I heard about that because a friend of mine, she lives right outside of Richmond, I believe. So look at these pictures. She sent me 5 pictures. Here you go. Look. And then this was brought to my attention. She said Russia has a spacecraft falling to Earth. And I was like, what? She said it failed to leave the Earth's atmosphere, crash landing. Anyone's guess where that will be. I put Sean's mom on my prayer list. Oh, thank you, honey. It's because Sean's mom was in the... I had to take her to the hospital the other night, and we didn't get home until 6:30 yesterday morning. And wow, oof, scary, scary. She had a kidney stone. And then we found out, this is a woman that's never been sick a day in her life. Then we found out she's got tachycardia, which I have tachycardia. She has tachycardia, high blood pressure, and her blood sugar was elevated extremely high. So now, you know, she's going to be 70. So, you know, this is a whole new road for us to go down because she's never once been sick. So, look at this picture that my subscriber sent me, okay, so you could see what she's talking about. And then a subscriber got a hold of me and she says, I bank at a local credit union. For the last 3 days, I have been unable to log into the online banking. I've been having problems too with my credit union. It's been one hell of a thing just trying to log in. I know, either through the website itself and through the app. So I hear you, okay? She said, I have tried to reach them by phone and been on hold for long periods, never reaching a representative. Today, I finally drove into town and went to the credit union. The teller claimed that everything was fine, that they were just having a glitch in the program. I insisted that she run me off some paper statements for all of our accounts. I have cash on hand, but I'm leery of taking all the money in the bank out because I have checks and auto drafts due to hit the bank. Just wondering if anyone else is having this issue. Yes. Yes, you're not the only one, honey. You're not the only one. And I'm sure everyone here will tell you the same thing. You're not the only one. You're really not. Okay, sweetheart? So, but if anyone else is having this problem, leave a comment and let her know that she's not the only one, okay? So, moving on to this. a subscriber went to Stop and Shop in Middletown, Connecticut. And although there were lots of some stuff, there was an entire aisle, not sure what it used to be, that was filled with only hand soap. What? There were big shortages in the baby formula and other baby items, frozen foods, and juice. I have attached some photos. Also, on my way home, I stopped at Dunkin', and they had this sign at the drive-thru. Hope this helps. What's the sign say? Oh, okay, the sign says, "We are permanently out of white chocolate swirl, ham, veggie, egg, white. We apologize for any inconvenience. Management." And then here's another sign at the store that says, "We're sorry. This week's circular advertised Tropicana Pure Premium Orange Juice at 2 for $5 when you buy 2 with the digital coupon. Due to supply issues, this item is temporarily unavailable. We apologize for the inconvenience or confusion." And the reason why I'm reading these off is because we do have some visually impaired subscribers. So I want them to know what the pictures are saying, okay? And then just empty shelves, empty shelves, empty shelves. Holy cow. These are really great pictures. Here you go. And then this email was sent to me by a subscriber, and he said, "I've emailed you before on YouTube, long time viewer. Thank you, sweetheart. The reason for this is I am seeing a change in people, as well as policy regarding boomsticks. And I think by March or so will be 2 years for COOF, and people may snap. I think it would be a good idea to stock up on things, but cheaper budget level boomsticks, especially imports and freedom seeds for them, because we may have to arm family or neighbors in times of crisis. I think the funny business isn't going away anytime soon, and I've helped thousands since March 2020 on YouTube and Discord. I don't have a channel. I care for my elderly family, and I think there will be desperate and nasty things done to kids and old folks." Oh, sweetheart, I do know what you're talking about, and I do agree with you. Yeah, desperate times, desperate measures, desperate people. And like I've said before, I don't necessarily think it's the adults that we have to worry about. I think it's the kids, because the adults are not going to want to do it themselves. I think they're going to, like with gang initiations, you know, they get the kids to do it because the kids, they don't get in as much trouble as the adults do. So the kids are going to be the ones to do the dirty work. So thank you for your email, and I agree with you, and I'm sure a lot of these subscribers will agree with you as well. Okay, so now with this, a subscriber went to 5 different stores and finally found eggs, but this is all they had in Maryland, and it's an area by DC. Oh my goodness gracious. And she also said the egg photo is from one of our major grocery stores called Safeway. So look. And then this, she said, "I'm not sure if I saw this on your channel. If so, thank you. If not, maybe someone else might be interested." So this is a picture of ground turkey at a decent price, $1.82 a pound. So yeah, that is a decent price. And then here is ground turkey as well, and it's seasoned with taco seasoning for $1.78 a pound, and this is at Walmart. So here you go. And then this is concerning. Okay, so this was brought to my attention. She said, my spouse keeps bringing up blood transfusions. They have a pit in their gut that if you have a transfusion, they could give you blood from someone who has had this, okay? Look at the 80s with HIV and hepatitis. Yeah. Remember the little boy, Ryan White, from the 80s? That's how he had contracted HIV, was through a blood transfusion. How many folks got it because of transfusions? Folks may want to think about that if they have upcoming surgeries, to talk to their doctor about having possible donation of their own blood. My spouse thinks this is worth bringing up because no creators have mentioned it. Thank you, sweetheart. It has now been mentioned. So let's talk about this, okay? Let's get this out there. All right, let's talk about this in the comment section. Even if you want to email me, okay, I don't care. Let's get this out, okay? Because this is something that's extremely, extremely important, okay? Now, on to this. Shrinkflation, okay? This was brought to my attention. She said, I live in Western Massachusetts. I go to a small market nearby for a lot of organic foods and specialty items that I like. I like gluten-free pretzels that they carry, and the company's name is Quinn, Quinn. Last week, all of a sudden, Quinn's bags of pretzels shrunk about 2 ounces, but of course, it's the same price. It was in a smaller bag, so I noticed it right away. It was on sale, as it sometimes is, so I decided to continue to buy them anyway. I stocked up on quite a few bags, and I noticed the first bag I opened were not the quality I normally experience with this product. In fact, it was stale. Oh, stale pretzels. Yeah. I opened the second bag at the same time, same problem. I have opened up about 5 bags, all stale as well. Oh, Lord. What a ripoff. The end date was 9/26/2022. Clearly, these packages are repackaged expired pretzels. Yeah, I'd say so. I also buy a lot of organic celery for juicing. Never had a problem getting it there. Went in today, saw none, which never happens. I asked the clerk, will celery be coming in soon? He said he is having trouble getting celery because of the supply chain problems with it. He said the truck came in, and he would check while I was there to see if it finally came in. A small box was on the truck, and he said that is all they had on the truck today. I took less than I wanted because if I had taken more, none of the other customers would have gotten any. I'll give you updates if things get any worse. Yes, please do. That's insane. It really is. It really is. So then this email was sent to me, okay? And this subscriber works at a grocery store down in Tampa, okay? And she said, at the end of December, we were several trucks behind. All of a sudden, we got 2 big truckloads with more this week. The items are a prepper stream. That's awesome. I talked to the truck driver. He said, enjoy while you can. I asked him what he meant. He just looked at me and put his head down and said, stock up now. It won't be long before reality hits. And my heart fell. This is not about fear, but please stock up, he said, for the very least 6 months or more. I love our community. Please let them know. Much love to you all. Thank you, honey. Thank you. So this is coming from not just somebody who works at a grocery store, but for someone who drives truck for grocery delivery. Okay? Stock up. Stock up. Please. Please listen. Okay? From people who know what's really going on. Stock up. Okay? Oh, Lord. All right. So there is also, for those of us that have pets, especially dogs, this was brought to my attention. I'll leave the link in the description box below, okay? A popular sweetener, it's called xylitol, Xylitol. Okay, it's it's an ingredient in dog food. It's can be deadly to our dogs. So let's take a look at our pet food. Okay, the link will be in the description box below. She said, "I felt this was a great thing for dog owners to know and felt it necessary for folks to be aware. Thank you, sweetheart." The link is in the description box below. Okay. Also, this. Now, the picture is a little blurry. I'm going to try and read it as much as I possibly can. The subscriber said, someone posted it under the comments section on a Facebook of a journalist who went independent from local news channel at Fox. She brings the truth. Her name is Ivory Heckler. She's also on YouTube. Okay. I'm going to try and read it. It's a little blurry, even with glasses on, honey. It's really blurry. Okay. Phase 4, install apartheid and the QR code. June 2021, October 2021. Voluntarily planned for shortages. Impose the pass QR code to reward and punish the resistance. Create an apartheid of the privileged against the others. Take away the right to work or study from the non. Withdraw basic services from the non. Impose PCR payments tests on the non. First stage of digital control impoverished of opponents. Phase 5. Establish chaos and martial law. November 2021, March 2022. Exploit the shortage of goods and foods. Cause the paralysis of the real economy and the closure of factories and shops. Let unemployment explode. Apply a third dose of the booster. Take up the number of the living old men. Take up the murder. Is that what that says? Take up the murder of the living old men. Impose compulsory for all. Amplify the myths of variance, the efficacy of the immunity of the herd. Demonize the anti and hold them responsible for the dead. Arrest opposition leaders. Impose digital identity on everyone. QR code, birth certificate, identity document, passport, driving license, health insurance card. Establish martial law to defeat opposition. Result, second stage of digital control, imprisonment or removal of opponents. Phase 6, cancel the debts and dematerialize the money. This is March 2022 to September 2022. Trigger the economic, financial, and stock market collapse, the bankruptcy of the banks. Now I'm going to put this picture in, okay? It's going to be fuzzy, but pause the video and see if you can read it, okay? Here. Now, while I do realize that this video is extra long, there are just so many things that have to be talked about, and you know that I never do long videos unless it's so super freaking important, you know what I mean? So, residents, okay, I know I'm not saying this right, Cheyenne, okay, Xian residents. Started bartering amid dwindling lockdown food supplies. Okay, 13 million residents were left bargaining and bartering for essential foodstuffs amid ongoing food shortages as the city entered its 11th day of lockdown amid a wave of new cases. Okay, as some people took to social media to appeal for assistance as their food supplies ran low or they were unable to access medical care. Others started local trading networks in residential compounds to try and meet the others' needs through bartering. Everything is getting bartered. A resident of the city, surnamed Wang, told RFA. People are swapping stuff with others in the same building because they no longer have enough food to eat. Another resident said in a video clip that some people were trading cigarettes and iPhones for bags of rice. We now have a barter system in our residential compound. The man says in the clip, we had a bag of rice and the neighbor wanted to trade a smartphone and a tablet. We have 6 bags of rice in our home, but no vegetables. Authorities in the northern Chinese city of Xi'an have called for calm, as many in this city are taking to social media complaining that they were unable to get sufficient food supplies after being ordered to stay in their homes. The city authorities have deployed around 29,000 police officers to enforce the lockdown, while countless local security guards are preventing people from entering or leaving areas designated high or medium risk. Green zones. Green zones. I did a video on this. It's called Green Zones. And this was the fear that this would happen here, called green zones. One video clip that made the rounds on social media showed security guards beating a teenager in the lobby of a building because he went out to buy steamed buns. I was so hungry, so I came out to get some mantou, M-A-N-T-O-U. The youngster is heard telling the guards who beat and kicked him, knocking his food to the ground. City authorities later said the guards had been punished. Residents were initially told they would be allowed to send a designated person to buy groceries every other day, but many have since told RFA that the security guards in many areas aren't allowing anyone to leave. Those who can make it out to buy supplies are finding that prices have skyrocketed, especially for fresh fruit and vegetables, despite a well-publicized effort by the government and volunteers to bring fresh produce into the city in large quantities to hand out to the residents. One video clip posted to social media showed a man who said he had paid around 41 for 10 peppers, the same amount for 6 tomatoes, and 41 for 2 cabbages. Wow. The vegetable vendor must be making a fortune, the man complains. This is a very long article, so I'm going to leave the link in the description box below, okay? This is getting out of control. This is getting out of control, okay? And it's going, my fear is that, excuse me, that it's going to happen here. And if it does, watch out. Watch out. I mean, you know what I mean? So there's packaging shortages to impact food manufacturers this year as well. Packaging shortages are fueling persistent fluctuations in food and beverage product availability ahead as manufacturers source materials from overseas and there's no clear end in sight, okay? Supply chain disruptions continue to affect the food and packaging industry with limited supplies of packaging materials, primarily glass, containerboard, cardboard, and aluminum. Combined with constant labor issues and a shortage of cargo containers to move bulk materials, these challenges will continue to increase the pressure on manufacturers and suppliers to meet growing demands. Okay, so that link will be in the description box below. Okay, there's going to be a lot of links once again, but you know, you guys, you need to have your references, and I want you to always have your references so you can go back and say, this is where I got this information from, okay? Now, also, there is some recalls. Now, you know, with recalls, take it with a grain of salt, do with it what you will, but as always, safety first, right on? So, now, Chuck, I know, well, you're going to say, no, not that, but yeah, it is that. Chocolate and cream puff products recalled due to a possible presence of metal. Radon, I know. So, that link will be in the description box below, okay? And now there's a fish recall because of a possible health risk. Okay. Relish Foods Incorporated recalls frozen tuna steaks because of a possible health risk. So all those links will be in the description box below. Okay. So for that, I will see you guys in the next one. I love you. You stay safe. You stay possible. Possible. We're all possible. You stay positive. Keep prepping, keep laughing, stay safe, keep smiling. And as always, fearless, guys, okay? Ciao.